It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. Up now for 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down. He had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
Here's Brown. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that 1st down marker. They were on getting that first and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Play action now. It's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here we go. They go play action for Burrow. That is intercepted. Into space. Bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now Brown. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
2 1st downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag, in the backfield that might give them 15 more yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
Your ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And that's not going to yield a whole lot to about the 28-yard line. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Look them up on a second down and 8. May going to look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And this is going to work out. He's got it for first down at the 38-yard line.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That one is caught by the rookie from Oregon. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
May now on 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On the handoff, it's Harris. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. To throw is May. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Burrow now. That's caught left side by Cooper. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Brown. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. We'll find Brown out of the backfield.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
18 yards on the pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is May. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards for the touchdown. A They'll try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Blues will get out in front, 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the RPO, quickly in the hands of Cooper. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Burrow. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case,
and for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike. And that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there. Because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run with Algier. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They go play action for Burrow. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Finding space at the 15. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Here we go.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Bengals 14. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, we're going to make for a long day.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. To throw now, May. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Blues. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Mike has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you go.
He's got the first down. They'll bring him down to the 28. But the sticks will move. First down picked up on the ground. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. May gonna look to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he will score. Najee Harris, touchdown Blues. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. At their own 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get to the 33. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Cooper going in motion. On first down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Algier. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action.
Bengals 14.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11 MT. 11. Here we go. 12. 12. 12.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
11.
Now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Bengals 34-yard line.
To throw is May. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu.
One play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On 1st and 10, here's May. And he's in! Najee Harris, touchdown Blues. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Burrow. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. They just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Blues. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and through. And the Blues will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Charlie Jones now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Here we go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down. We see it here, big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Algier. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
11 MT, here we go.
To throw is Burrow. Toward the perimeter, it's Cooper. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, May. Finding space at the 40. Kyle Pitts. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 76 yards. It is a touchdown. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now the try for an extra point. He knocks it through. And the Blues stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
On the give, this is Algier. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Past midfield to the 45. And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 28-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 32 yards. On 1st down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll get that to all his tight ends. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Algier. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the 1st down. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.